Good afternoon, traders. Joseph here from Eightcap. So this is part two of the Asian session outlook videos, and this is the economic outlook video. And we will be just running through some of the key news coming out today. So we're going to start with today, and we have a couple of things coming out. So retail sales came in 0.9% higher. We have gross domestic product and GDP coming out of Germany as well, and they're looking at minus 0.3%. So we're only going to be doing the high impact news as unless there's a big differential in the data, the low and medium impact, sometimes you won't see much volatility in the price reaction. So also on the time aspect as well. So we did have daylight saving shifts as well for Switzerland, also the EU, and for the UK. So moving on to Tuesday, we're going to be seeing the CPI coming out of Germany. Now that's the prelim CPI. We also have the Spanish flash CPI coming out as well on Monday. Now in Tuesday, moving along on Tuesday, we're getting some of the some of the key data is coming out. So got comments coming from the Bank of Canada's governor as well, and then we have manufacturing PMI data coming out from China and the non-manufacturing PMI. So the key one will be the manufacturing PMI. They're looking for 50.2, and then 50.4, and then we move on to probably the key one of Tuesday, which is going to be the Bank of Japan. And why is this the key one? As we've seen the USD JPY moving above 150. Now that's a level that we saw intervention was introduced from the Bank of Japan. And what we are wondering about now is, after we did see a bit of a blip last week as well, if we're going to see a bit of a shift in policy from the Bank of Japan, and will we see that tomorrow? And will we see some pretty solid moves on the JPY, as we have seen historically when there has been adjustments made to aspects of the bond buying program. So we'll be watching this one with interest tomorrow. It's tentative, so it doesn't really have a set release date, but yeah, generally after 12:30 p.m, sort of before 4 p.m, so definitely be looking for that one tomorrow. And they are looking for the policy rate to remain at minus 0.10%, but that's not where the meat is. The meat is definitely in in the report and in any comments about the bond buying and the program that they're doing. So that's probably that's your key one on Tuesday. And then they'll also have the press conference from the Bank of Japan as well. Moving along, we have Canadian GDP, and so there's retail sales coming out from Germany, also GDP as well from the EU, and a couple other consumer prices coming out as well. So, and also GDP and etc. So now moving on to Wednesday. So Wednesday there's a couple of things coming out. So we have unemployment, the unemployment figures coming out from New Zealand, and also the employment change. We also have Governor Orr's speech speaking as well, and then we have more Chinese data coming out. So we have the Kaizen manufacturing PMI and US ADP employment change, and speech as well from the central bank from Swiss SMB. So moving on to Thursday, and these are we'll go over some of the key days, but Thursday is going to be a bit of a key day. So ISM manufacturing, but the key one's going to be the FOMC, the federal funds rate, which is expected to remain on hold, and then the FOMC statement and the press conference. So the attention will be on the statement and any hints towards future policy in terms of if rates are going to continue up, or if they will hold, or is it a holding pattern with a potential for more rate rises in the future? Will we see another rate rise till the end of the year? And how have they been viewing inflation, and how are they also viewing some of the data that we have been seeing coming out recently? Then after that, we have Bank of Canada Governor Macklem's speech. We have the Australian trade balance data coming out as well, and then we have Swiss CPI data, and then we move on to the UK interest rate decision from the Bank of England, and rates are expected to come in on hold at 5.25%. Again, as mentioned with the FOMC, traders will be looking at the policy summary and then looking for any idea of indications about future adjustments. And then we move on to Friday. Now, Friday, we have another big day coming up. So we have Kaisen coming out from China, but then we move into the key one, which is the employment data coming out from Canada and from the US. So they're looking for 172K in the payrolls, and also average earnings are 0.3%, and also looking for the unemployment rate to 3.8%. So pretty steady data, and as usual, we'll be looking to see what payroll figure comes in, and if it is above or below, and then how that's going to be viewed by the market in terms of the state of the economy. So Friday is definitely a key day. We have a very strong day coming up on Thursday, and it starts with the FOMC and finishes with the Bank of England. There'll be plenty of opportunities there depending on what we get out of the statements and what we see. Rates wise will probably be as expected, maybe no surprises, but the policy is where the policy summaries and the statements coming from the central banks is where traders will be looking, and that will be the same from the Bank of England and from the Federal Reserve. And then Tuesday, definitely Tuesday could be a good day with the Bank of Japan, with the policy rate coming out, and I think traders will be looking at that one tomorrow. Just remember, it doesn't have a set release time, so anywhere between roughly really 12 midday Australian Eastern Daylight Time to 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. That's where to keep an eye on it, and then we will be looking to see if there's going to be any policy adjustments from the Bank of Japan, and if they're going to keep things nice loose, or if things will be if there will be any changes, and how they are viewing some of the recent moves from the dollar against the JPY, and if that's going to factor into any decisions. So there is a lot coming out this week. So Tuesday, Thursday, and obviously the employment data on Friday. So definitely lots of things coming up this week. It should be an exciting week depending on how the data comes out, and we could see a fair bit of volatility. So as normal, if you are trading through or trading news events directly, please remember to manage your risk, as figures that come out may be unexpected and may cause unexpected volatility, which could result in losses that were not factored into the trading your trading system prior to the announcement. So just remember that one, and then factor that into your risk management. Other than that, thank you very much for your time, and have a fantastic week, and all the best with your trading. Thanks very much for your time today. Bye for now.